Are you struggling with the Google Speech API and getting an invalid argument error? You're not alone. Today, we're going to unravel this issue and get your asynchronous transcription service up and running smoothly. I completely understand how frustrating it can be when you're trying to use a powerful tool like the Google Speech API, only to be met with confusing error messages. It can feel like you're hitting a brick wall, but don't worry, we will figure this out together. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user reached out saying, "I want to use Google Speech API's asynchronous transcription service. I've uploaded my audio file to Google Buckets, but I'm getting a 400 invalid argument error." Sound familiar? If you're facing this issue, stick around as we explore the solution. So, what does this invalid argument error mean? It typically indicates that there's something wrong with the request you're sending to the API. This could be due to incorrect formatting, missing parameters, or even issues with the audio file itself. Let's break it down step by step. And don't go anywhere. At the end of this video, I'll share a pro tip that can help you avoid these errors in the future. To begin resolving the invalid argument error, the user should first check the audio file's URI. It must be a publicly accessible URL. Ensure that the audio file is correctly uploaded to Google Cloud Storage. Next, the user needs to confirm that the audio file format and sample rate match the configuration specified in the request. The encoding should be FLAC, and the sample rate must be set to 16,000 Hz. The user should also ensure that the language code is correctly specified. In this case, it should be set to NUS for English. Any typos or incorrect codes can lead to an invalid argument error. Finally, the user should review the entire curl command for any syntax errors. Make sure that the JSON data is properly formatted and that all necessary headers are included. Fun fact, did you know that the first speech recognition systems were developed in the 1950s? They could only recognize a limited number of words. Look how far we've come. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user found that the invalid argument error was due to an incorrect URI format. They discovered that Google Cloud requires a specific format for referencing audio files in buckets, using GS as the prefix. However, after making this change, they encountered a permission error, which they believe is unrelated to the curl request format. Now, let's shift our focus to a different response. One user suggests checking for a missing double quotation mark after the file name in your curl command. This small detail could be causing the invalid argument error. That's all on that answer. Let's take a look at another one. One user suggests checking the sample rate in your request. They point out that the sample rate should be written as sample rate Hertz for asynchronous requests, not sample rate Hertz. They also mention that they successfully resolved the issue and are available to help if needed. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. One user shared their experience using the Node.js client with Google Storage. They initially faced the invalid argument error due to an incorrect audio file path. After correcting the URI to point directly to the specific audio file, their request worked successfully. Additionally, they emphasized the importance of verifying the encoding type if the file location is correct. This can help avoid similar errors in the future. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always double-check your API requests for formatting and permissions before hitting send. This simple habit can save you a lot of time and frustration. And there you have it. With these troubleshooting steps, you should be able to resolve the invalid argument error and get your transcription service working. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks. And remember to keep experimenting with the Google Speech API.